Hi, hello, welcome back to our channel. So, this is a new playlist and a new video related to the After Effects tutorial. So, in this playlist, you will find completely related to the After Effects. Okay, so so in this video, you're going to learn related to the After Effects, like what all the things that you can do with the After Effects, like for example, motion graphics and video editing and also visual effects. So all these three things can be achieved through the After Effects. So you're going to learn the tips and tricks in this area. Okay, so without any delaying, let us start the video. Okay, fine. So now first, uh, if you already know the interface of the After Effects, it looks like this. So I'll just start creating new composition. So I'm taking width of 1920 by 8 and 2080, which is frame rate is 24, and there's a duration is 4 minutes. I don't require 4 minutes right now. I'll change this to around 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Remember that this is frames, this is seconds. Okay, so if you think this is the second, that is wrong. Okay, sometimes what happens means you think this is a seconds and you type 10, then you will get only 10 frames of the timeline. Remember that. So this is the seconds. Okay, so here you need to give the seconds. So the background color, so I'll just change to white, then okay. So I have created one comp. So all that comp has been stored in project. Okay, so project is like a whatever the things we import any image, videos, or we create any text, or we create any graphics, all the things that will be stored over here. Okay, just like in a Premiere Pro, just like where the project is, it's a similar way here. So next thing, in this video, in this first video, I'm going to teach you related to the transform properties of anything. It might be image, it might be shapes, it might be text, whatever it is. Okay, so first I'll start with the shapes. So to find the shape, this is the shapes. So there are some shape, few shapes are there, like rectangle, rounded rectangle, ellipse, polygon, and star. So I'll start with the rectangle. So when you take the shape, you will get the two options, that is fill and stroke. If you are a graphic designer, you will be knowing about this. Okay, so fill and stroke. So if you want only the fill color, you can take the fill color, or if you want only the stroke color, you can click and you can choose the stroke color. Suppose I have chosen the stroke color. Okay, I got the stroke, but how to turn it off? If you click here, you won't get any option to turn it off. So how to turn it off? You need to click on the name of the stroke and name of the fill if you want to turn it off fill. So I'll click that name of the stroke. See, here you can turn it off, none. Okay, so this is the solid color, this is the linear gradient, and this is the radial gradient. Okay, so we'll come to these options. Before that, I'll click on none because I don't want the stroke right now. I'll click OK. So the stroke is disabled now. So I hope you understood till now. So the next step, so this is the yellow color. I'll just change the color, some contrast colors, bit darker, medium dark. Okay, so next I'll create shape. See, you just click and drag, you just need to click and drag, you will get a rectangle. Understood now? So if you want a square, so what to do? Square, hold shift and drag, that's it, you will get a square. Okay, so if you want a rectangle, just need to click and drag. If you require a square, you need to hold the shift button in your keyboard and drag it. So next step, so I'll just select the shape and I'll take the move tool. So now if you see this, the shape has been created. I can move the shape around the screen, right? So I can move this around the screen. So next step, So what is meant by transform properties? Transform properties is nothing but a position or the movement and scale, rotation and opacity, right? So these are called transform properties. So here there are some shortcuts. Before going for shortcuts, I'll show you how can you get those transform properties for manually. So all you need to do is, this is the shape layer 1, right? Click this arrow mark. This is the transform. Go inside of this. So you will also find the anchor point. Anchor point is nothing but pivot point. Okay. So there's a position is there. You can move the position. See, scale is there. You can scale it big. Okay. By default it will be 100. The scale. You can scale it however how much you want. And there's a rotation is there. See, the rotation is happening. I'll tell you why the rotation is happening from the right side edge. See, see the rotation is happening from the right side edge. I'll tell you why it is happening. And there's opacity. By default 100 is means it will be visible. If you decrease, it will be disappeared. Okay, so this is transform properties. So next I'll show you for the shortcuts. And also one more thing, if you come inside the rectangle 1, there is another transform inside the rectangle. This transform is only applicable for this rectangle. I'll tell you why there is another transform inside the rectangle. See, this is the rectangle, right? Inside that there is one more transform. There's one transform here and there's another transform over here. Okay, there are some other extra options will be there, like skew axis. I'll explain you why there is another transform. Before that, we'll just concentrate on this one. Okay, so we just show. Okay, fine. So we have seen how to get the transform properties manually. Now I'll show you with the shortcuts. Okay, so if you press P, letter P for the position, select the layer, press P, you will get the position. Okay, in the same way, press R for rotation. Okay, you will get the rotation. So here, if you clearly observe, there are two zeros. Okay, so this zero is like, from 0 to 360 degree, means one full rotation is 360 degree, right? So 0 to 360 degree. Suppose if I give like, around 80 degree, so it will rotate 80 degree. Okay, 45 degree, 45 degree. You can also give some minus value, minus 45 degree, in this way. So you understood what is this zero is. What is this zero? It's simple. If I give 360 here, that is one full rotation, it will come back to 0 and it will become 1. Means if you see 1, 2, 3, that means that many numbers of rotation is there. Okay, for example, I'll give here 3, that means 3 rotation, third rotation. And if I give here, around 50, means 360 into 3 plus 50 degree. Okay, you just need to calculate what is 360 into 3. Okay, so that is that much of rotation. So if you want to bring it for default, give 0 for both the side. So understood, no? That is called rotation. So this is rotation. We've seen position, rotation, now scale. So scale can be, by default it will be 100. You can go for the 0, it will disappear. You can come for the minus value, so it's also like minus 50. Fine, minus 100, minus 200 also you can go it. In the same way, you can go for positive 200. So 100 will be the default value. Remember that. So understood, no? This is scale. So next we have seen position, rotation and scale. Now we have another one is opacity. So by name itself it's showing position is P, scale is S, rotation is R. But you will get confused on opacity. Opacity is not O, it's T. So T is the shortcut for opacity. So if you keep practicing on shortcuts, you will be remembering. So T, see T, you will get the opacity. So opacity it will work only between 0 to 100. It won't go minus value, and it won't go more than 100 also. Remember that. 0. See, I can move it for 100. You can also drag it like this. See. Okay. So this is properties. This is the properties of transform properties. Sorry. This is the transform properties of any shape or any layer. Okay, this is the layer, no, this is shape layer. In the same way, if you import image, you will get image layer. In the same way, you will get the videos layer. Okay, and also you can import some Photoshop layers also, and as well as Illustrator layers. So now I'll press R. As I said, if I do rotation, it's rotating from this here. It is rotating from here. I don't want it to rotate from here. I want to rotate it from the middle of the shape. So I'll just get back to a 0, that is default value. So how to get it for the middle means you have to change the pivot point. Where is the pivot point? You can see this icon, no? This is called pivot point. Okay, so how to change the pivot point? There's a tool called pan behind or anchor point tool, or pivot, we can also call pivot point tool. So there's another way. If you come inside the pivot, transform, anchor point is there. The shortcut is A. You can also change with this. See, you can also bring it for the center. But how do you know that is the exact center? No, right? Even if you take this tool and if you move this, how do you know it's the exact center? No. So you don't know the exact center of the shape. So either you need to hold the shift while moving. First move the pivot point and hold shift. It will snap to the center. This is one method. Another method is, what is the first method? First move the, suppose if the pivot point is in the corner or in somewhere else, first move the pivot point and hold shift. What will happen means it will snap to the center. But it's a bit hard to do that. So this is the center. So this is one method, holding shift. So another method is just select the layer, press Ctrl Alt home button in your keyboard. It will come to the center. Now if I do the rotation, okay, I'll repeat once again. If the pivot point is in somewhere else, all you need to do is press Ctrl Alt home button. It will come to the center of the shape. Okay, so now if I do the rotation, it will rotate from the middle. It will rotate from the middle, right? So that's how you can change the pivot point. And also, the pivot point is it will also the play in all the transform properties like position and scale. See, now the scale will happen from the middle. Okay, and also in the same way, the position will take from the pivot point itself. When I start doing the animation for this, you'll get to know. So in this video, you have learnt what is transform properties and its shortcuts, and how to use this, and how to bring the pivot point to the center. So in the next video, for the using transform properties, we'll do some simple animation for the shape. Okay, so till then, see you, bye, thank you.